It is me again, and I am back with another video. And I guess you guys thought that you would never hear from me again, since it has been a few months since I decided to do a video, or since I last did one, and I decided to do it on my guinea pigs because it is December and it's almost Christmas, and I know a lot of people that have children struggle with what to get for their kids, and maybe you're finally deciding to get another animal. And so I'm going to do kind of a pros and cons thing here on why you should, and not really on taking care, because I know I have done several guinea pig videos. This is kind of going to be like them, but a little bit different as to like why you should and stuff, and why you shouldn't. Alright, so what got me the idea was a few months ago, I had heard this person talking about her little 5-year-old. She was turning 5, and the little girl wanted a guinea pig. Or wanted an animal, didn't really want a guinea pig, but the mother was going to go out and get her a guinea pig, and that hit me right then, you know, I should do a video on one, and I never really got to it, so I'm going to do it now. Alright, so reasons why you shouldn't get your little kid like a 5-year-old is what I mean, a guinea pig, is because, one thing, they're not that hard to take care of. But one thing, if you don't know what you're doing with them, they're going to be that easy. Or if you just don't have time, I wouldn't recommend getting a guinea pig, because you can see I have Gabby and I have Maddie. I've got two because they are territorial, but you know, they are really don't like being alone, even in that territorial state that they have in them. They just like being around people. But if you can't always be near them, I would get another one. Like, I'm usually off doing whatever, and I'm not always here, so I didn't want her being lonely, because they can go into depression. Yes, animals can go into depression like people and die because they no longer have a will to live. They don't have anything to do. So I got her another one, and I would recommend getting them right before 2 weeks. I got her right at 2 weeks after having this one. She came next, and she didn't really like her at first, so now they're like buddy. Unless she oversteps her boundaries, but you know that when they do, you can hear them. Okay, so, I wouldn't get them for kids, like a 5-year-old, because you can't expect a 5-year-old to be able to clean a cage like this. This thing is ginormous and extremely hard to clean for a 5-year-old. So, and that would just be the parent doing it, and most parents work at home and don't really have the time to go and clean a cage, added to the extra chores of a person. So I wouldn't recommend them for a little kid. An older person like me could easily do this. You just have to have the time. You know, so half the time I'm usually not here, and right now I'm having to clean this thing twice a week now. As you can see, this thing gets cleaned tomorrow. It's kind of disgusting, I know, but this is what happens. They don't really eat the hay. Most of the hay goes to the trash can because she's doing what she's doing right now. The blue one is broken, and she has busted it completely, and the hay is falling out. And they do not touch it once it hits the ground. I do not know why. They're just picky pigs. They know I'll put it back in there. So, that's a reason why you shouldn't get them for little kids. Why you should is, one, it really makes them happy, and two, I think for an older person like me, maybe a little younger, maybe 10, I wouldn't go no younger, it can really teach them how to care for things, get them prepared for life. You know, these things depend on you to be fed every morning, to be taken care of, because these are animals. They can't really provide for themselves. You know, it'd be easier if they could, but you know, that's not really possible, and she just gave me the cold shoulder. That's weird. Oh, she's afraid I'm going to pick her up again. They're very social animals, unlike what mine are doing right now. They're social towards each other, but after a bit, like, they don't like being picked up, and they think I'm going to pick them up because I do give them baths. So there's a lot of care that goes into these animals that most people probably wouldn't think of. That's probably another reason why I wouldn't get them for little kids, because I know that little kids just want them to hold them and stuff, but you have to think of all the care and time that goes into them. For an older person, it's probably not that hard. But in another 2 or 3 years, for a person like me, I wouldn't get them. Like, if I would have thought in the future, I still would have got them. But it's going to be severely hard on me, because you got to think about college and all that stuff, and where these things going to go. And then they're stranded here. But in this case, hopefully I'll take them with me. I don't know. But they make really good Christmas gifts, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. This is an easy gift. You know, they're not that expensive compared to the $400 phone bills that are coming out and now from the new Apples or Samsungs or whatever you people have these days. These things are like $40 to $50 sometimes, but you can get them on Craigslist, like $10 cheaper, and I got on there the other day just because I look around. There's one person that's got like 10 of them. She's wanting to get rid of them, so she's selling them for free. Yeah. But I wouldn't get them off there. But I wouldn't get them at a pet store either. There's no real correct place to get them, because these animals aren't very well cared for in a pet store. I think anybody knows that. They're kind of unsocial. And the place that I got her wanted to kill her. She was sick, and they didn't want to put the money in to go care for her. So I up and told them, you're not going to get her back from me. I'm taking her with me, and they didn't stop me there. They did stop me with the other one, though. They flat out refused to let me have her, and I was going to get her 2 weeks later, but I'm pretty sure they had to put her down. She had a hole in her ear, and that's kind of a pathetic reason to put her down, but, you know, I believe she's dead, or someone got her before I could. I don't know how, but, you know, that happens. This one was perfectly fine. I just got her underage. And she's kind of unsocial. Unlike Gabby. Gabby will come to me if I pat the floor, which I'm not doing, there's crap there. But she'll come to me every once in a while. But otherwise, she starts looking around trying to escape. Another reason why I wouldn't get them for little kids, and that's kind of why I'm making this, because I know a lot of people don't understand that, especially for parents that have kids, and it's probably why I'm making this for you guys. I wouldn't get them because they take 2 at a time, 2 or more. Because like I said earlier, they're social animals, and they do not like being alone. They will get depression like any normal person. And it is double everything. Double all the crap, double all the food, double all the money that you're putting into them. And as you can see, I'm kind of using my own stuff right now. That's a homemade bowl that I cut up into pieces, and they have chewed on to fix their teeth. And that's another thing about them. They are rodents, and you gotta look at the vet bills coming in. They've only been once, and I've almost had them a year in April. April for her, May for that one. I got her 2 weeks later. So you gotta look at all the expenses that comes into these things. They're like any other animal, but you put a little more into it. And that's why I decided to put down rugs. And if any of you are interested in how I did that, let me know, and I can make a video on that for you, because I have changed up the ways, and I'm pretty sure I'm fixing to start having to change it up again. It's just not working. You know, I got a smell coming through, and it worked for a very long time. Like right now there's no scent, but, you know, they haven't peed, and that urine is extremely strong, like a cow. So you gotta think about having that in your room, because that is extremely hard to get rid of. I had to clean this thing inside out to get it out, and as you can see, it's not well worth it. It's already back, so I am cleaning it twice a week now. Overall, they're very easy animals to care for. I just wouldn't offer it to a 5-year-old, and that is what I told that woman. I wouldn't recommend them to a little kid, because the little kid's not going to be able to care for them. But they can play. It'd still be a good gift for a little kid, though. Especially if the parent, you know, if you had one working, another one not working, didn't have that much to do, then yeah, this would definitely give you something to do. And a very interesting animal to care for. Now, an older person like me could easily care for them, but you just gotta have all that time to care for them. It doesn't take that long to clean the cage. I probably spend maybe 45 minutes to do it. This depends if I want to go quick or really slow, and actually really dedicate myself to cleaning out everything. Like the cage, the guinea pigs do smell. I give them a bath maybe. And it just depends if they pee on themselves. When I clean the cage, I pull them out and put them in my tub, and when they pee on themselves, it just goes on that solid floor and it just gets all over them. So I have to give them a bath, and right now, that one right here has had probably 3 this month. That one back there almost escaped one today, but you know, she got away with it. She didn't smell bad. She still don't. She still smells good from yesterday or the day before I gave her a bath. She did. She don't She definitely does now. I gave her another one. That's basically my overall pros and cons. I didn't offer many pros because there's not that many to them. They're just a very interesting animal to have. And if I had to, I've been asked, so I'm just going to tell you guys this. If I had to go back in time from when I bought them and know what I know now, if I would still get them, yeah, I think it is totally worth it. But yet again, I'm a huge animal lover. I don't really know anyone else that adores animals quite as much as me. I know someone that's close, but, you know, not as much. I'd have over 100 animals if I could. It never bothered me. But this right here is basically all I'm after right now. So remember to like and subscribe, and if you guys have any requests, please post it in the comment section or in... Bye, and Merry Christmas.